Hi guys, it's me, Sarah Green, aka Toffee Dog, and this is my second day of week 7 vlog. And we went on this best trip I've ever been on. We went to 2 locations in London. I very didn't nearly make it because of my really bad migraine. Don't tell anyone that I was dizzy throughout the whole trip. I probably looked like a drunk, but I was determined. So our first visit was to the Saatchi Gallery. We were asked to sketch mainly and to limit ourselves to just photographing the exhibits. I think Archie said you have to spend 1 hour sketching before you can take a photograph. I actually didn't end up taking any photos at all. I think I took one and then my phone crashed. So this is a new SIM card, so it's all gone. But we went to see this really cool artist. He had this giant room, and it was Daniel Cruz Chubb. It was called Rituals, and this was only made 3 years ago. And he did these beautiful, suggestive and exaggerated human forms, and it almost looked like they were continuous line drawings. I don't think they were entirely, but I couldn't quite tell until I reached the description what materials he used. It looked like he used either acrylic or oil paint that he had made as thick as possible. So this was my continuous line drawing of his first piece. What was lovely was me and my peer managed to find a lovely place, and we sat down and we just started sketching, and the room was completely quiet, and it was just one of the best times ever to just be able to sketch in this lovely exhibition without any distractions. And I then played with colours because I'm looking at colours. I did 2 miniature ones. I originally did this in just blue, but I wanted to add some colour, so when I added this pink it really made it pop. So I am really thinking of using possibly neon colours. I was a bit reluctant to use neon colours in my work, even though I'm doing positivity. I think I didn't want it to be too in your face but get your attention. We also saw, this was before we went to see this one, but this one I put it all together because it had more of a impact on me. But Ben Schumacher, he had this brilliant installation piece. He had this almost like broken telephone, a wire on the ceiling. He had what looked like a boat frame, and a canvas had been stretched, and there were like writings, and one of them is, it just said T. So I thought, what? T4, start off with making antibiotics. I thought, okay, is this to do with the medical industry? Is this to do with his, maybe we use too much drugs, but how does this boat like shape fit in? How does this fit in? And what I didn't realise was until I went round to actually speak to my peer, because stupidly enough I didn't really go around the whole installation. I went round and there was one specific space where you could only see this chair. Had a bunch of notes, it had a bunch of black and white blueprints, it said various things, and we didn't touch it because we didn't know what the gallery's regulations was on touching exhibitions. We obviously we weren't allowed to. We didn't want to take any risks. But I loved how in his installation you could only see certain things at certain angles, which made you go around the whole thing. And that may be something other people do, and I'm sure they do, but I just really found it intriguing about this one chair. So definitely, I'm thinking of doing installation myself or a graphical piece, but I do want people to be able to walk amongst it. So hopefully, also fingers crossed, I can do that and people can do all sorts. So this was my response to his work. When I done my automatic drawings, I hadn't overlapped mine, and I actually didn't really do a continuous line drawing. So I did a continuous line drawing here. I tried to overlap all the elements together and keep the colour scheme going that I saw in this one. It had like a copper red, a copper brown. So that was really good. And then the second area we went to, this is about 1.5 hours, 2 hours we spent in there, which I would have loved to have spent more. I might even go back there in my spare time. But then we had a choice of 3 places: a Natural History Museum, the Natural Science Museum, and this mixed media gallery, didn't mention the name. So I convinced my friend to go into the Natural History Museum. I went there late last year, and it was a really fascinating place. And I thought, well, let's go there instead of a gallery. Let's get some other inspiration apart from just art. And they had these fascinating distortion and curved mirrors. We went into the human biology bit because my friend likes to study people, so I went in there. I said, okay, let's push myself, let's go and try go in this museum, because I could easily go to, say, the tropical plants area, the sea life area, and sketch those where there's bright colours and everything is relevant. But I was like, let's take some more outside inspiration, and this actually worked really well, because I was thinking of doing some PVC boxes anyway with my automatic drawing. So now I'm thinking of making it so it's more interactive, so when you go up to it, your body changes, almost like how it does when you dance to the song. We did some sketches, and it was just an amazing place. Please go there if you get the chance. It's not old and stuffy, there's so much interaction and all that. And I was looking at music, but I really had to, since we're about halfway into project, I had to really pin down what I wanted to do. So I chose The Lion King, and initially I was going to look at mainly all the songs, and I realized, no, I need to really thin this down. So the Lion King songs always get me in a good mood. They always stimulate positivity within me. I want to study the music composition a bit more to really understand why in my brain does it do that. And I chose the song Hakuna Matata because it doesn't actually translate to no worries, but traditionally by Disney fans and the general public, it is known to translate as no worries. So that's why I decided to do that, and I will be looking more into why this music, and I've been looking into the colour schemes, which I'm going to do for some experimentation and try and use those colours in these scenes, all from the song. As you can see, these two are quite similar, but then you've got variations of colour within these ones. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you for day 3.